Hey guys, so I'm pretty much done planting. It didn't take too long to do, but I did do it in two stages because I got the plants in two different stages. So I guess the key thing that I did with this different now, and all towards just the water quality and keeping water changes and the water quality up, is that every single plant is encapsulated, including the aqua soil, which um, is encapsulated in a dress sock, basically, uh, that tied off of a twisty band. So what that does is it allows me to remove the plants whenever I need. Also, it's also in these little. So when you go to PetSmart or whatever, you get them in filter floss or whatever type of floss in these little plastic containers. So I saved the containers, but instead I just removed all the floss, which you have to do, and I put in aqua soil and also um, the sock as well. I didn't close the sock, but I just used that to contain all the aqua soil. Though obviously you see some aqua soil here and there, which will probably come out with some siphoning. So what do I have in here? So again, this I just planted this, so who knows what's going to happen in terms of the plants. The water is a little bit warm, just because I did actually use the tap water. It's a little bit warm. So in the back, I have jungle valves. Uh, in the front, I have a couple crypts. So three pots of crypts, one there, and then one there. And I have this potted plant here as well. I'm not sure what it is. I don't think it's a Anubis, but it's probably a very easy plant. And also, I have this thing here. I'm pretty sure it came with the jungle valves as extra, but I don't know. I know the name for it. It's a very common name. It's probably some type of, I'm never gonna say. I never really had success with these, but anyway. So that's the planted tank. This is pretty much the layout I'm gonna go out with. Okay, so I actually got really lucky. Um, I might change the orientation of these leaves. They're kind of pressing up this way a little bit. But other than that, I think they're pretty good. So I got real lucky, with the exception of the jungle bells, which I got off eBay. I got them for like $13 for all of them. These crypts right here, and also the potted plant. Also there's an Amazonian sword right there in the back, which I might move a little bit forward. All those were literally less than $2 each. There was a sale at Petco, and they had them for, normally they're for like $4 or $5, but it's 75% off. So I got them for like about a 183 average price. So I spent less than $9 without tax for three crypts, that plant there or whatever that is, and that the sword in the back. So that's a pretty good deal, I would say. So now we're pretty much ready for fish. There is a fish in here, and he is from my 20 gallon in my room. And he's in here because he's a bad boy. I bought a male galaxy koi, which they look really nice, really nice. But the problem was, and also in there, there's like some zebra striped Daniels, very peaceful. This guy, I'm not sure where he is, but he's a zebra. He's a just a red tetra, but he's so aggressive. I think he's aggressive towards the Galaxy Koi because the Galaxy Koi is also slightly red. That's the only reason, because he was picking on him, and I'm like, okay, this is a tetra. Why is this tetra so aggressive? So I decided to put him into here for now. And I cannot see him. He's probably hiding somewhere. Let's see if I can find him. I cannot find him at the moment, but if he continues to be a problem, even with the new ditterfish that I'm gonna put in here, I have other tanks I can put him in. Okay, and also in terms of the background, and so it's winter right now in Wisconsin. It's pretty cold, and the condo temperature is around 70 degrees, probably 68 at night. So the tank eventually needs to be at around 86 degrees. So what I really like to do during the winters, I like to put foam paneling on the side of it. So you can see there's a foam panel here, and I actually put a block of styrofoam that I found, a wall styrofoam that I found, along with a kind of just a really cheap blue. It's supposed to be light blue or neon blue um, background, or just a plain background in the back there. It's like $1.25, but it actually doesn't show up really well. So anyway, that's what I'm doing for insulation. Obviously, the front and the side, the main views are unobstructed, so I can't really do anything there. But I'm hoping that this saves a little bit of money, especially once this tank starts to heat up a little bit. So right now, it's not. This is not the accurate temperature because I put in warm water. What's water change? But it's closer towards right here, 75 to 71 or 23 C. So what I'm gonna do to get this tank ready for discus, which is probably gonna happen within maybe 2 to 4 weeks, possibly, is also I have some snails for my other tanks in here also, as well. So there's plenty of hopefully getting the cycle going. This is a pretty big tank. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add tomorrow, because I'm off, I'm going to add 6 neon tetras in here with a possibility of 10 or 12. So when thinking about, and I'll talk about this later too, and this is kind of more of like a cost savings kind of thing, is that neon tetras themselves, they don't really school well until you get like 20 of them or more. And I don't want to get 20. Oh, see, there he is right there. Oh, he disappeared again. But the water is, he is in here. He's also kind of a canary. Just to make sure the water quality is fine, but it is fine. He's not having any trouble breathing or anything like that. But anyway, the neon tetras are not, they don't school as well as cardinal tetras and the blood eye, like not the blood eye, the one with like the red eye and the spotted fin and the silver body, which looks amazing. Those are really expensive, especially with inflation. They're like asking for $9 per one. The neon tetras at my PetSmart Petco, I can get them for 275, 250 if I get a group of them per. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna get 20 because I don't want to put a lot of bio load into here. I want to start slow. Um, Maybe in the future, if all the discus are doing fine, and there's I want more of a schooling behavior in neon tetras, I'll add it up to 20. Because really, I mean, if you ever had neon tetras, you'll know that they don't really school, not until they're at, maybe they won't even school in this small tank, but they won't school until they're like at 20 plus. Okay, in terms of care for the plants, these should be pretty easy plants. And again, also I'll do a separate discussion about this, but the lights and the temperature, I'm going to slowly push it up. Right now, I think the lights are at 6 hours, and the temperatures again at 70, at 23C, around 73 degrees. So basically, basic tropical fish temperature. But obviously this gets in a little warmer temperature. So what I'm gonna do is once I get all the fish in here, which the deader fish, which is gonna be maybe 12, 10 to 12 neons, three cories, one Siamese algae eater. That's about it. Actually, I'm not gonna get a pleco. That's about it. Then I'm going to start raising the temperature a little bit by little bit each week or every 3 days or so. Um, and I'm going to increase the photo period of the lights about a little bit every 3 weeks or every 2 days as well. So that's the plan. And for fertilization, I'm using Aquarium Co-op Easy Green, all-in-one filter fertilizer. Hopefully that will help the plants in this environment. Again, they just got in there, so who knows if they will do well. You don't really know if a plant will do well until maybe a week and a half after. I should know because I raise plants for quote unquote profit. Also, yeah, also I have a ton of guppy grass I can put in here as well, but I'm not gonna do that because I think that the tank looks pretty good. Originally, I was gonna put some moss on the wood, but the wood looks so the texture and the color looks really nice, and also it's also still giving off tannins too. But it looks really nice. I just don't want to obstruct the wood, so I'm not gonna put any guppy grass or any moss around the wood or anything like that. Anyway, that's the update. Tomorrow at the neon tetras, half the neon tetras, um, and then I'll go from there to slowly adding fish. The neon tetras, 6 of them is not going to really do much. This tank is not cycled, but obviously I'm doing water changes, a 33% water change every half 2 times a week. There's plenty of plants in here, and once the cycle gets going, and this is a pretty big filter, canister filter, so everything should be good. I've kept fish for a while. You don't really need to. You should in a much smaller tank with a less frequent water change schedule. You definitely need to make sure everything's cycled. But with something as big as this, and with the little amount of fish I'm adding, you really don't need to cycle it. Well, obviously, this is my opinion. But by the time I get the discus, obviously the tank will be cycled. Because I don't want to, chance it with $150 worth of fish or $200 worth of fish in there, right? With the 3 discus that I'm planning to get. Anyway, that's the update. So this phase is done. Next is the livestock. And then after that, the ditterfish livestock. And after that, I'm going to acclimate the tank towards higher temperatures and more photo period. And just try and monitor the plant health and also monitor the algae growth or if there's any algae. I'm hoping for very minimal algae in the beginning, and then hopefully the water changes and everything will take care of that. But anyway, that's the tank. Everything's all set up. I'll talk to you later.